Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Pimp My LinkedIn Profile. My name is Amy.
Hi, I'm Neil Benson.
Today we have two, I guess I'm going to call them Microsoft rock stars. So we are going to review today Ben Vollmer and Jon Levesque, their profiles. I'm not sure how to say Jon Levesque in a multiple. Jon Levesque's profile. So we're going to start with Ben Vollmer. So we've got the profile up on the screen, and I have to admit with these two, they're pretty damn good. So it's been a bit of a challenge to find some dirt.
They are.
I love Ben Vollmer's title that he doesn't use any acronyms because Microsoft love acronyms. There's got PTSIs, PDDs, blah, blah, blahs, and I'm like, what? So I like that he says what he is. The headline photo, thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was a really interesting angle. The photo, it looks like it's probably Ben on stage. He's quite small in that photograph. That's the smallest I've ever seen Ben. He's a larger than life kind of character. Interesting angle, doesn't really tell me an awful lot. So he's been on stage at a big Microsoft conference, which is great. But yeah, it lacks something. I think it's hard to know that there's Ben in the photo.
It looks like his mum came to watch, but she got the rubbish seats up in the rafters, and that's the best photo she got.
I love it.
So his contact information was quite interesting. We're digging up something from the past here. I love that he has his IM on there of the back in the days of Skype.
Yeah, except
and it doesn't. I don't know if it even works.
It doesn't work, no.
But yeah, good set of contact details. However, again, this is the only place I could pick holes, by the way, so it's all uphill from here. His website's Microsoft Dynamics 365, and he's got it as a personal website, and I'm not quite sure.
Well, Ben maintains that website in his spare time, evenings and weekends. He looks after Microsoft.com.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll send all my complaints that way then, yeah?
Yeah. Ben, I'd like to see you add your Microsoft email in there as well. So you've got your personal email address listed, but for those people who want to contact you in your professional capacity, remember to add your work email as well. Nice to see you've got Twitter and everything else in there too. Good job.
Awesome. So moving on. He hasn't used the feature. Oh no, I'm going to do something good. Good, positive love. Okay, and the about is really great. Like the content's amazing. It's one of the first abouts that I've got past the first 3 lines and managed to almost carry on reading. Yeah. My attention span sucks. And I think it's got some really good content. I'd love to see it down to 3 paragraphs rather than 6, because then I lost interest after the 3rd.
Yeah, I agree. It's a little long, but some great things in there, like why should you connect or talk with me? Ben addresses that directly, encourages people to connect with him, follow him, reach out, which I think is wonderful. And there's a bit of a personal connection in there as well. He's a big car nut as well, so he's got his love of cars and car audio in there as well. So you really get to know Ben a bit on a personal level too, which I love.
Yeah, I really like that. I almost want to put the why should you connect with me right at the start.
Yes.
Because I was totally captivated by that. I loved it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, in terms of other stuff, he is a regular poster about his stuff, but also commenting, sharing, getting involved on LinkedIn, really active and generally really positive. His insights that he puts in there are really great. Love it. Can't complain.
I think this activity section shows Ben's passion because there's 4 comments here on somebody else's post. Ben will debate you on social media, on Twitter and on LinkedIn every day of the week. So if he digs into a topic, man, he is in there until the very end of it. He loves to have the last word. So no, I've learned never to pick a fight with Ben.
Definitely not. I can definitely agree with that. I think we had a brief chat on LinkedIn about bears defecating in woods, and that got pretty intense anyway. So I can see that there's definitely passion on social media.
Okay, I'm gonna let that one go.
Moving on. He's a long-time Microsoftie, and he's obviously done heaps of roles. He's also used some images in the description, which is really quite cool, actually.
Yeah. I noticed.
Go on.
I noticed it. Yeah, I thought the content that he's used inside his job descriptions is great. Really attracts your eye, lets you know that he's a team player. He posts some case studies as well as his own stuff, which is really good. But he's missing the featured content opportunity in his LinkedIn profile for similar kind
Yes,
of highlights.
exactly. I was just like, I was going to say that earlier, but I was being too negative. So yeah, definitely highlight the fact, like, where's the featured section? Because he's obviously got a lot to talk about and a lot to showcase. So get it up there at the top, man.
What did you think overall of his descriptions of his experience?
I like them, but again, too wordy. I'd say a paragraph tops. Like some of them are about a paragraph and that's nice. And then some of them go on forever.
Right.
And sometimes I think it's too much.
Okay. A little bit of brevity required.
Yeah. Like I like it short and sweet. Ben is getting a gold star. Oh no, yeah, there's lots of experience there. Maybe retire some, but we've talked about that. He knows. He knows probably. Ben's done some certifications. Well done, Ben. But do you know what's funny? For a man who loves field service, he has not done the field service exam.
No, you're kidding.
No,
Oh, there's probably a conflict there. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He probably wrote the exam.
come on.
Really? That's incredible. Yeah. Okay, Ben. I was impressed you got your customer service exam recently. Good for you. But yeah, field service. What an omission. Oh man. I loved his.
It's the MB240. I'll send you a link, Ben. Don't worry.
I loved his education. He's a certified appraiser. If I ever need my house in Atlanta appraised, that's good to know. Yeah, okay, maybe real estate, field service. There's some crossover there, but otherwise I would just drop that as well.
Yeah.
Look at Ben's recommendations. What do you think of that?
Wow. I'm a little bit jealous. Yeah,
Me too.
just wow.
Yeah. Solid. Ben is obviously given a lot of recommendations and received a truckload as well. So well
Yeah.
done, Ben.
Go on. It's from a good variety of people as well. It's not just his workmates. It's obviously from customers and people he's worked with over his career. It's not just, oh, he's my workmate and he makes a good coffee. So it's great. It's great to see.
Yeah, I scanned through them as well, and there's a lot of partners there, some customers, like you said. So yeah, Ben's obviously impressed a lot of people in his career at Microsoft.
Yeah, and wrapping up, I think, projects and awards. I went and dug into the dirt, and there's some stuff from like 2011 in there, some really strange, funky stuff. So maybe clear out a bit there. But it's good to get a little insight to what Ed Ben was doing like 12 years ago or something. But otherwise, yeah, pretty strong.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, I think applying some featured media in the top of his section would be good. His profile photograph is great. Really, very little I can recommend to improve. He's a solid Microsoft career LinkedIn profile. Well done, Ben.
Yeah. So what do you reckon out of 10?
Got to be a 9. I think there's a couple of little areas, like you said, to shorten the about section and a couple of other little areas to tweak. But yeah, 9.5. It's as close as I'm
Yeah.
ever going to get. I'm not sure I'm ever going to give out a 10, but Ben's coming really close.
Yeah, I'm with you on a 9, a very solid 9, and some little easy tweaks that could easily pop it up. Definitely.
All right. Should we jump over into Jon Levesque?
Yes, please.
One of the things I love about Jon's profile is you're quite right. He's used the little loudspeaker to record his name on his mobile device. So if I'm ever in any doubt about how to pronounce Levesque, I can get it straight from Jon. I did hear somebody call him Levesque last week. So great that, Jon's got I think it's a French name. So he's added that pronunciation in. So you can get to know Jon better and call him by the name that he calls himself, which is wonderful. He's got a great profile photograph. I like it. Jon strikes me as somebody who's probably got a million photographs of himself to choose from. He's chosen a really nice one. I think that's solid. Background is okay. It's a branded Jon Levesque, so background image is fine. What do you think of his headline? Creator of community, engineer of engagement, keynote speaker, problem solver, motivator, host.
It's a lot of stuff. It's not exactly, if you ask me to explain, it is a little bit like what Jon is, but I don't think it captures the essence of what he really is.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It sounds like somebody announcing him. I remember his arrival at the Scottish Summit in February this year, and it sounds like somebody was announcing Jon to come on stage. Creator of community. It's like he's going to come out in a cape and jump into the ring. It's interesting and exciting, but yeah, I'd also like to see where people work as well in their headline. So I'd put at Microsoft, just so I know that he's a Microsoft employee as well.
Definitely agree. Love it.
Contact info. Let's have a quick look at Jon's contact info. He's got his personal website and his YouTube site there. I love that he's got his phone number listed. So if I'm a connection of Jon's, I can call him up. That will synchronize with my phone as well. I can reach out to him by email, but he hasn't got his Microsoft email in there. So just like Ben,
see a theme here.
Yeah, I would add your work email in there as well. And he's got his Twitter handle. So completely solid. Only your work email is missing. Great. Thanks for keeping your contact section up to date, Jon. Coming down, Amy, I had a read through Jon's about section. I thought it was a little dry. It seems to me it was written at a time in his career when maybe Jon was looking for a new role. It's a little bit of a resume read. I like towards the bottom. Some of the language is really nice. Like he dedicates himself to understanding your customer. He builds world-class content that charms your potential customers. That's beautiful, evocative language. But to put it in a bullet point kind of ruins the poetry. So he needs to maybe rewrite that and keep it up to date with where he wants to take his image in the future as well. I love the featured content section.
Nice. Yeah. This is Jon. This to me is like the best way to summarize Jon with that featured section. It's totally him.
I'm sure Jon's related to flying foxes because he's always got his arms outstretched like he's trying to take off. It's the Jon Levesque pose. It's wonderful. You'd recognize his silhouette anywhere. He's the organizer of the Power Platform online community. That's there. Here is his entrance to the Scottish Summit, where he's the keynote speaker. Solid use of the featured media section.
Nice.
Coming down, Jon's got a busy activity section, both on Twitter and on LinkedIn. Jon's all over it. And I love the way he addresses people. It's always like, my friends, can you do this for me? Hey, everyone, can we share this? He talks online just like he talks in real life. Very authentic, which I love about Jon as well.
Yeah, very, very personable. I think that's a word. Very personable in how he comes across. Like he feels really genuine in how he comes across on his profile and how he acts on social media.
Yeah. Got a decent experience section. I'm not quite sure why he leaves so many lines. There's a lot of white space in his career history. And I just mean the way it's laid out. I don't mean there's big gaps in your career, Jon. It just
he spent too much time in CRM 2016. I think that's what it is. He just loves a white space.
It's a white space. It's great. Jon has an amazing career trajectory from a field service technician helping people deploy PCs. He was a part of the speaker crew at Microsoft doing all the big corporate events, following Steve Ballmer around at big conferences. Now he's a community evangelist. So he's taken his career a long, long way. So good on him. I think that comes across in his career history. But do you want everybody to know all that? Maybe not. So again, there's maybe a rationale there for trimming it down a little bit and cutting off some of the old history.
Yeah. Wrap it up in the about section and get it up at the top and shout about what you are now.
What do you think of these licenses and certifications, Amy? They had me scratching my head.
Lithium product certification. Isn't lithium like a medication for bipolar?
I think this is Lithium, the social media platform.
Oh, yeah, a bit of clarity needed there, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure on that one.
I didn't see the relevance of your certifications, Jon, so maybe you could tidy those up. He's got some good volunteer experience and skills and endorsements are okay. He's been endorsed several times by a friend of his with a passion for emojis, which looks cool. And some
catch up with Megan.
Some good recommendations too. So I think Jon's got a really strong profile as well. Up there with Ben. Amy, I'll let you go first. What do you think of Jon's profile?
Yeah. I think the way he interacts is really, really great. It didn't flow as smoothly as Ben's. I think, like you said, with all the white space and the bullet points, it felt less personable. But I do love it's going to have to be a 9 again. Oh, I hate this. Oh, it's going to be a 9.
Okay,
There's
I'm the
different
same.
things about each one, but he's my 9.
Yeah, good. I definitely put him up there with a solid 9 as well. I think Ben's just in front by nose. I'm going to give Ben a 9.5, and Jon gets a 9. 2 amazing profiles. Very hard to pimp, guys. Amy, we're going to have to find some people who need more help than this.
Definitely. It's been really quite fun to try and dig down into the dirt of the weeds, but I don't think they need us, really. We'll go elsewhere.
Well, Amy, I've got some exciting news. We're halfway to our first 100 YouTube subscribers. When I checked yesterday, we had about 50 something. We need to get to 100 so that we can rename our YouTube URL. So folks, if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button, tune in next week for another episode. And Amy, I think we're going to include a link to the application form so people can submit their profile, right?
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing some new faces on here and helping people out more.
Great stuff. Amy, I'll catch you next time. Thanks very much.
See you soon.